NFTs will make millionaires in 2022, but not exactly how you think, all right? So some people are going to get lucky and buy the right NFT project that's going to blow up like crazy, but the vast majority of people, aren't going to be able to do this because we don't have a time machine to go back and find those hot NFT projects before they took off. You usually need a lot of money to buy an expensive NFT or just get lucky and pick the right thing. But I can tell you what's going to make a lot of people millionaires with NFTs in 2022 is actually launching their own project. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to do that and actually show you an example of a real project that I've created and how you can do the same. I'm going to talk about this as a blockchain developer who works with technology on a daily basis. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below and subscribe to this channel. So I just finished making a video talking about the #1 profitable NFT project to build in 2022 and talked about everything that you need to create inside that video. But I'm actually going to show you a project that I've created with this method and show you how you can steal it. Because a lot of the big brains out there know that there's a ton of opportunity in creating an NFT project like Gary Vee, Tom Brady, Snoop Dogg, Ashton Kutcher, and not to mention this 12-year-old artist that sells almost $4 million of NFTs, and this artist who made $4 million in a single day. Now, I'm not saying that you're just going to launch your own NFT project and you're guaranteed to make millions of dollars overnight. There's a lot of work involved in this. But I always want to know what the upside potential is when you're evaluating a new opportunity like this, and the upside is huge for people with basically no credentials and hardly any skills. And the downside is minimal, because if you can learn to create one of these, then you have a high-value skill that you could put to use in another way. All right, so let's talk about how you can create your own NFT project and take a look at the one that I've created right here. Okay, so this follows the exact format that I was talking about in that previous video, where you have a website with a generative NFT, you go have a drop, okay, and then people can go onto that website and actually, click a button and mint NFTs, and it's got a countdown timer that advertises when they can do that. So this is the exact project I'm going to show you how to create inside the NFT Masterclass on this Thursday, February 10th. Inside, I'm going to show you how to launch your own NFT project from scratch, even if you're not an artist, even if you're not an advanced developer. Make sure you sign up to the link down below to hold your spot today. All right, so let's break down each component of this NFT project and what you need to create in order to do this. So definitely go check out that previous video if you haven't already. I talk about the concepts, how to come up with an idea. But this is just a template that we're going to kind of work with to show you like how you would plug in your unique idea and how you would go through, how you would take that idea and move it through each phase in this process, okay? So make sure you have the concept of what you want to launch for your NFT project first. And once you have an idea of the artwork, this is the format that it needs to follow. So first of all, you want to actually get the artwork into some sort of controllable layers. So I've just got this pulled up in Photoshop here. If you're not a designer, you can work with a designer in Photoshop to create something like this, okay? But what you want to do is create artwork that can generate multiple different NFTs, unique NFTs. That's the whole idea, is they're randomly generated or people go mint them on the contract. A different artwork pops out. So we have an entire collection that looks very similar. It's crypto pixel art here. So basically, you want to break all these down inside your project, inside multiple layers, so that it has the ability to create these different NFTs. So you see different facial expressions here. All right. You can, change that. You can change, different things like the eyewear. Okay. You can do glasses, no glasses. All right. These little visors. And so the whole idea is you want to break these down into multiple layers and then organize these layers so that you can export them. And then you're actually going to run a generator with an app that mixes and matches these things so that you can come up with different NFTs. And each of these layers are going to be the unique variables that determine this randomly generated outcome. And you can see by changing just a few things, you can come up with a different NFT that looks almost nothing like the first one, but you can tell it belongs to the same collection. That's the goal. And so then, once you've finished that design in something like Photoshop, you want to take all those layers and export each of the attributes individually. Okay, as you can see, I've done that here. You want to have different, images for each part. You want them to be transparent so that you can mix and match things. Okay, so you see the skin tones here. You can see the the hair, the hat, any accessories that you have, any of the attributes, the backgrounds. They all need to go into an individual file that's transparent, so you can have something that actually does the generation and layers things on top of each other to create those unique NFTs. And so then once you've done that, you want to take all those images and put them through a generator that actually mixes and matches all those attributes and randomly generates NFT images. Okay, so This is the generator script that we personally use for our project. This is just a script essentially that sits on your computer. It pulls all the images in, it adds the random combinations, and then spits out the final combination of NFTs. And this truly should be random every single time. And so whenever you've done that, you can see the result looks like this. You see all these different NFTs that have the different bodies, different backgrounds, skin tones, eyes, hair, headgear, whatever you decide are your attributes. That's what you run through the generator, and it spits out all these random collections. Okay, so you can use this generator to create something that's like a 10,000 NFT collection. You can do smaller numbers, whether it's just like 1,000, a few hundred. It doesn't matter. It all basically follows the same format. You just have to design it in a way where you can export the layers, have all the layers ready to go, run them through a generator, and then add the specifications to how many you want to put out like this. So then once you've done that, you want to take all those images and upload them to IPFS. So what is IPFS? It's the Interplanetary File System. So this is kind of like, this is a distributed way or decentralized way of storing files, okay? Because ideally at the end of the day, when you create an NFT, you don't want the images to change. You don't want them to live on a central server where someone could potentially take that down. And that's what IPFS is for. That's not a blockchain. You don't want to put NFT images on a blockchain. No blockchain is going to be scalable enough to support that. It's going to be way too expensive, okay? So you put them on IPFS, and then once they're on IPFS, you get a IPFS URL that points to essentially the folder where your NFTs are, and then you can take that folder or URL directory, whatever you want to call it, and then put a link to that back in your NFT smart contract, which is the next step that you want to create. And so the next thing that you want to do is actually create the smart contracts for the NFTs, okay? So the good news is you don't have to be an advanced coder in order to do this, okay? In many cases, NFT smart contracts are kind of a solved problem. So a lot of times you can just take an NFT off the shelf, customize it for your own specifications, like add your name, symbol, the maximum total supply, okay? And you can use a library like Open Zeppelin many times, okay? But there's a couple things that you want to make sure that your NFT has. So the real kicker is that you want your NFT to start off with 0 NFTs whenever you deploy it to the blockchain. So basically, you want to put it out there, have no NFTs whenever the smart contract is created. Again, this is something that needs to be clarified. An NFT smart contract governs all the NFTs, the entire collection, not each. There's not like one smart contract per NFT. So the smart contract is put out there, and what you want to make sure that it supports is it has some sort of minting function, okay? And that function is what's going to get called whenever people go to your NFT drop. They're going to have this minting function and say, essentially sign a transaction that says, yes, I want to mint it. And then whenever they do that, if they pay a fee, that goes to you, the developer who created the project. That's how people are able to monetize these. And then also maybe get some NFTs themselves that could appreciate in value long term. So you want to make sure that NFT contract has a mint function and that it starts from 0, because that's how all these NFT drops work. So the next thing that you want to do is pick out which blockchain you want to deploy your NFT to. This is a pretty critical decision because it's going to determine, where a lot of your users are coming from and what your long-term value proposition could be for your NFT. So once you pick a blockchain, it's really hard to move to a different one. You might be able to expand and, have some sort of bridge that takes your NFTs off of one and onto the other, but it's a pretty critical step. So anyways, a lot of people choose to launch their NFTs on Ethereum. That's where some of the highest value NFTs are. Like CryptoPunks, like Bored Ape Yacht Club, all this type of stuff, okay? But if you don't want to do that, or you just want to, release your own NFT project for fun, or, just as like a test, right? Or maybe you just don't want to take it that seriously, or you don't want to pay the gas fees, whatever the reasons, there's lots of EVM compatible chains, which is good because that means, the smart contracts that you have created in the previous step with Solidity, that's what we talked about, can be deployed to a variety of environments like, Polygon, Avalanche, and the Ethereum layer 2s like Arbitrum, Optimism. I mean, you can see an entire list of EVM compatible networks here. It's just like crazy long. But the main thing is you want to make sure you write your smart contracts with Solidity and that you just pick whatever environment you want to and you deploy it there. And so the final thing that you need is an NFT website. Okay, so I can talk about the technology stack behind this, all right? I will do that in a second, but let me just talk about the key features that it needs. So, this is the sample website that we've created here for this particular masterclass, for the NFT masterclass, and also this, this project. So basically, what does the website need to do? Well, it needs to advertise what the project's about, the name, the topic says Open Punks. It talks about the date that the class, or not the class, but the NFT drop's going to be on, all right? So it lets people know well ahead of time what's going to happen. It has a countdown timer that, reinforces the scarcity that, you have to show up at this date and time if you want to actually mint the NFTs. And the next thing is it lets people actually connect their wallet. So they have to have funds in their MetaMask in order to buy the NFTs, but they can connect the wallet and do it directly through the website. So some advanced users might be talking to the smart contracts directly on the blockchain. But if you have, MetaMask installed, they should be able to connect the wallet with the website. All right. And then, scroll down here and there's a mint button where they can just click mint and it'll show them, how many NFTs are remaining. And if there's any available, then they can click that button and it'll purchase the NFT. It'll mint it from scratch. You, the developer, will receive the funds that they pay to mint the NFT if you choose to charge a fee, and then they will get the NFT in return. Now let's talk about the technology stack for this. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you use as long as it works. I'm going to talk to a lot of developers here. So if this website's written in React.js, you could use some other modern JavaScript framework. It doesn't really matter. You could use Ethers.js to talk to the blockchain. You could use, Web3.js. It doesn't really matter as long as, it's able to do this where people can connect their wallet, talk to the blockchain, select the right network, mint the NFT. You also want to be able to deploy your NFT project to a live to the web, so you need a hosting provider to do that. And then finally, some sort of domain name that you can, connect to your project from, Google Domains, GoDaddy, Namecheap, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Now, there's a couple more steps that you want to consider. The final thing really for launching a successful project is making sure that it's going to get listed on a marketplace like OpenSea. Now, in many cases, if you're using the right blockchain, then, OpenSea will automatically index your NFT in time. But what you want to make sure is that you actually configure the metadata for your NFT correctly so that like your all your attributes for the NFT appear properly in OpenSea, that people can like filter and differentiate between different items inside your collection. And last but not least is marketing your project. So there's lots of different ways you could do this. I mean, if you have any kind of marketing background, that's definitely going to help you. But if you don't, the easiest thing to do is just boots on the ground marketing. So, creating a Twitter account for your NFT project and then getting inside Discord groups. All right, that's one of the most popular ways for people to actually market NFT projects is to create a community. All right, well ahead of the time that you're going to do your drop, actually start building that community. Get people excited, show them a roadmap, tell them what you're going to end up doing, but make sure you advertise the date of your drop and continue to hammer that home ahead of time. All right, so that's an overview of everything that you need to have to actually create an NFT project, like the nuts and bolts, all the important pieces, okay? So I've gone through, I've created this, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you inside the NFT Masterclass this Thursday on February 10th. So you don't have to be an advanced developer to do this. You don't have to be a designer. In fact, you can work with a designer to accomplish this. We're going to show you everything that you need in order to do that. And in terms of being a developer, it's going to be easier for you to take, a project and make it more advanced or customize it more in depth if you are a developer. But in many cases, you can take something and just, customize what we've done here to meet your most basic needs. And at the end of the day, you could probably link up with another developer to help you accomplish that task as well. You hire a designer, hire a developer, come up with your idea, and with this knowledge, make it happen. So make sure you sign up with the link down below to hold your spot today. So that's all I've got. As always, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Smash that like button down below. That really helps these videos out so that more people can learn about blockchain. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.